Hello, it's Rebecca from Rebecca Inc. Today we are going to draw a dolphin using very simple shapes. What you need to gather up to join in is a piece of paper, a pencil, a marker, and an eraser. So put me on pause, gather up your supplies, and come right back. All right, I'm going to move my guide and we will get started. You're going to start with your pencil. I'm going to use a marker so that you can see me a little bit better, but you're going to use your pencil. We're going to start in the center of our paper with a circle about this big. Actually, go just a hint up from the center of your paper. If you want to trace it on your paper with your finger first, that's fine. I'm just giving you an idea of how big it's going to be. To get this shape, we are going to use our whole arm from our shoulder, and you're going to go around and around and around and around, and you're going to arrive at a really nice circular shape. This is going to be the top part of our dolphin. Now inside that circle we're going to draw more of an oval shape that's going to fill up the bottom 3/4 of our circle. So it's going to go along this bottom edge and then cut in and around. So go ahead and start along the bottom edge and right about there cut back in, just like that. So you're just kind of going around and around and giving a nice little oval there. Now on the right hand side of that shape you just created, it's almost like a crescent moon shape, you're going to draw a circle that's going to be the width of that shape. So you can get your whole arm going from your shoulder and draw a nice little circle there. If it starts out and it's a little bigger, just keep going around till it's smaller, like I'm doing. There we go. All right, so you want it to be about the width of that crescent moon shape. Inside that circle and the crescent moon, you are going to draw an oval in that space in there. And then from there, you're going to divide your oval in two. Just draw a nice little line. I'm planting my wrist and I'm just going back and forth. It doesn't have to be in the exact center, but it doesn't hurt. All right, and then inside this little circle we drew, right about here, we're going to draw another circle. Plant your wrist and let your hands go round and round. Let your hand, I guess you're just using one. And inside that, do another little circle. And if you want another little circle, go for that. These are going to be the highlights in our dolphin's eye. We're going to draw a little arc above that. We're going to plant our wrist and just go around the top part of that circle. Now we need some connecting triangles. From this little oval, we're going to draw a little connecting triangle, and along the base of it as well, a little connecting triangle. Now we are ready for some fins. So go along the back part of this first circle that we drew, right about here. So it's a little over halfway back. We're going to draw a circle that's going to be about this big. It's bigger than a quarter. Go round and round until you get your circular shape. Now the same idea that we did with this first shape, we're going to do with this one. On this one, we're going to draw another circle. Off to the left-hand side, we're going to use that left-hand side of that circle as our guide, and we're going to go around and around. So we'll have a circle, and inside that, a circle. Now where those two shapes kind of meet up at the top there, we're going to add in a little circle there. Because their fins aren't pointy, that would be a shark. So we need rounded fins. All right, next up, a front fin. This is the one that is on the side of the body that we are looking at. So it's going to read inside this crescent shape. So right about at the halfway point there, we're going to draw an oval inside our crescent moon. And inside that oval, off to the left, we're going to draw another oval. Just like that. And where those two shapes meet up right there, add in a little tiny circle. Very good. Now we're going to do the one that lives on the other side of our dolphin's body. Same shapes there. So we're going to do an oval here, and inside that oval, another oval. And where those two shapes meet up, a little circle, just like that. We are ready for a tail fin, so we are going to draw an oval here and then another oval. So imagine you're building a snowman that has ovals instead of circles. They're just going to stack. One small one there, and then a fat one below it. For these shapes, I'm using my whole arm again. When you use your whole arm, it's just a lot easier to get the shapes that you want. We're not overthinking it. We're not worrying about it. It's messy. These are guides. You're being forgiven with yourself, and you're not erasing a thing, okay? Now we need a few connecting triangles on this back fin. Now, I say triangle, but this time we're going to arc it. We're going to plant our wrist, and we are going to connect from that top oval down to the bottom oval. When you plant your wrist, my marker's not going, you get a nice little arc. Your hand will naturally move in that arced shape, so allow that to work for you. Now, I'm asking you to tilt your paper and do the same thing on this other side, from your top oval down to your bottom oval. Plant your wrist. Your hand's going to be going the opposite direction of mine because I'm not going to tilt my paper. Okay, now where we had this first circle that we drew, where it intersects with our two ovals, we're going to draw a little circle here and a little circle here. They're going to be kind of small, like an eye. One there and one there. And those are going to give us a nice little guide for a detail for our fin. Believe it or not, that is all we need to draw our dolphin. I think we did that in the shortest amount of shapes yet. So switch over to your marker and let's start up at this top fin. We're going to go around the top part of that tiny little circle. Oh, I forgot a shape, you guys. We're going to add a little connecting triangle. It's going to go right here. If you're more comfortable, switch back to your pencil. But if not, if you think you can do it with your marker, go for it. We're going to go around the top part of the tiniest little circle there, around our crescent moon onto our connecting triangle. So around the top part of that circle, onto our connecting triangle, and stop. From here, we're going to go around the top part of that circle. Now at this point, you are picking your favorite line. If you can see on mine, I have one that goes out and one that's more on the inside. I'm picking the one on the inside. So take a second, study your drawing, and pick your favorite line. Trace over that line around your circle, onto the top of your head circle, down your connecting triangle. My arm kind of caught a little bit there. If that happens to you, go over it again. Don't let it stress you out. All right, now we are going to go around the top part of this oval, and then we're going to tuck in on that line that we divided it in half with. So we're going to go there, up that line, and then we're going to do just a tiny bit, just a little tiny bit of that back end of that oval. Now we're going to go from where we had that connecting triangle. I'm going to start just in front of that and connect up. So we just created the mouth. All right, now we're going to go connecting triangle, a little hint of a curve around this circle, and then we're going to go on the arc all the way back to the tail. So connecting triangle, pick a line on your circle, give it just a little hint of that circle there. Now you're going to pick a line on the second oval that we drew here. Pick your favorite. Try not to sketch, and draw all the way back to where we have our oval at the tail. Now let's go back up and finish off this top part. So we went around the top part of that circle. Now we're going to go onto the little circle. Stop when you meet up with that body. And then we're going to follow this circle all the way down to where we had our little squat snowman ovals there. All right, on this tail, we're going to go around the top part of this oval onto that arc we drew and stop. Down and around you go. Now for this bottom part, we're going to go the top of this oval, and then we're just going to tuck in on the inside of that tiny circle we drew. That gives that little detail on their tail, just like that. Same thing on this side. We're going to tuck in around that little circle, curve around that oval. Now I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to touch my marker down here and follow that line that we've got there. So it would go over that oval, over that arc, and down. Okay, let's do these inside fins. We're going to do this one first. So this line that we've got going here, we're going to trace over the inside of that little oval almost all the way to the top, not quite. We're going to go around the tip of that little circle, and then we're going to go back up that oval. Just like that. Very good. I'm going to make this bottom line on mine. I'm going to just go over that one more time because I didn't tuck my ovals in quite far enough. So if that happened to you, just kind of give it some shading. Go over that line a few times until you can't see where they overlapped. And that will do the trick. Sometimes you have to get clever. All right, a back fin. We're going to go over all of the crescent moon shape. We're going to go around this side of the little oval. Then we're going to tuck around that tiny circle. And now we're going to go on this side of that oval. Very good. All right, now we are ready for the eye. So go ahead and draw around your circle. And then trace around your highlights so you don't accidentally color them in. I hate it when that happens, but it happens. And now we're going to draw over our little arc. We're going to add in one little fun detail above that arc. Let's add in some dots. We're just going to space them ever so far apart and just kind of mimic the shape of that arc. You just drew a really cool dolphin. He's jumping over the ocean. You're ready to erase. So I'm going to switch back to my guide because I drew this in pencil, and I can erase right with you. Steady your paper with your non-drawing hand so you don't crinkle your paper, and just erase all of those ovals and circles that we drew today. If you've got a mark that's a little bit darker, take a second, go over it a few times. I'm using a white eraser. You can use the back of a pencil. You can use a pink eraser. I really like these white erasers. I think they work the best. So if you're getting into this and you want to order some supplies, look for the white art erasers. I really like them. All right, please send me your drawings. You can put them in the comments below. You can send them to me through my website, RebeccaInk.com. I will have them live in the comments, and then I will also put them up on my website, RebeccaInk.com, under the Interact tab. You can find them there. You can see what everybody's been drawing. That's a lot of fun. Look at that cute little dolphin we drew. I'm going to go over a few of these lines I had inside. Super cute. You can find Rebecca Ink on Facebook, on YouTube, and Spoonflower if you're into making masks. You can. Here's my Instagram at RebeccaInkabink. Send me your drawings. RebeccaInk.com. The Interact tab is where you'll find those. Tell me what you want to draw. We are coming up. I think today's officially summer for my kids. So if you're over this, let me know. If you want to keep drawing, let me know what you want to draw in the comments below, and we'll make sure to do that. All right. Stay healthy, and I will see you tomorrow.